Yeah, just a quick review of the hand exerciser. Basically, this is you would want to buy this if you want to increase the strength of your fingers and your grip strength. It comes with a total of 8 rubber bands, 8 of these bands. 4 are yellow, they provide 5 pounds of resistance, and 4 are red, and they provide 10 pounds of resistance. So what you can do is you kind of switch these rubber bands out. You might want to start with just a couple of the let's see, I think the yellow ones are the light resistance. You want to start with 2 of these, squeeze it, see if you can do 20 reps. One note on strengthening, anything more than 20 repetitions, you're actually building more muscular endurance than you are strength. So once you hit about that 20 repetition mark, you're building more muscular endurance than strength. So you really need to increase the resistance if you want to get stronger. So let's say you put on 2 of these bands, a good place to start. You can do this squeeze it 20 times, no problem. Next time you want to make it a little harder, so add a band or 2. Add another of the yellow bands or 2 of them, and then work up to 20. When you can do 20, start adding the red. That's one thing I really like about this is that it has what they call progressive resistance, which is really the only way you can get stronger. If you were to use just 2 of these yellow bands, for instance, and I can do it 20 times this week, and next week I can do it 20 times, and week after that I can do it 20, you're really not going to get any stronger. Your hand muscles say, hey, look, I can already do what I'm being asked to do. I don't have any reason to get any stronger. So it's really an efficiency thing of your body. Why lay down more muscle tissue and make it stronger if you don't need to be? So what you have to do to get stronger is challenge the muscle. So you went from 2 bands, let's say you added a 3rd one, now your hand muscles are like, whoa, I can't do this 20 times. So now you've given your muscles a reason to get stronger. And that's how you really get stronger and you keep progressing, called progressive resistance. Really basic strength training principle, and I really like it because there's a lot of places to go with these 8 bands. This is good for the grip. You can also do other things with your thumb, so you can work some of your thumb muscles as well with this. The other thing you can do is you can actually block the range of motion here and set it to whatever distance you want here. So it's kind of a versatile tool. Now, if you're looking for a more expanded program, this is one resource I want to bring up for you. If you have hand or thumb arthritis, there's some other stuff you also need to be doing. I'll show you some of the exercises. Range of motion exercises. So that's strengthening the hand gripper. This is more range of motion. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that your finger joints are actually what's called synovial joints. They have synovial fluid in it. What does the synovial fluid do? Well, mainly it distributes the nutrients around to the articular cartilage in the joint. So if that articular cartilage isn't getting enough of the synovial fluid, it's not going to be as well off, basically. Especially if you have arthritis. So let's say if you have arthritis. Now, how does that synovial fluid get spread around? By motion. Okay, synovial fluid gets sloshed around the joint with you moving your fingers around. Same thing with your knee; it's a synovial joint too. If you stop moving your knee, that synovial fluid is going to be spread around as much. Not good for the articular cartilage. So that's why range of motion exercises are so important. You start having pain in your fingers, you don't want to move them through the full range. You don't get that synovial fluid spread all over the joint. Joints don't do as well, and they get stiffer. So there's just some simple range of motion exercises you can do. How to make it, now that's range of motion, that's the first thing. The other one is strength. There's some other things you can do for strength, with a little light dumbbell. If you have any of those laying around, you like to play around with things, pinching exercises, just all the basic exercises. Here's something interesting. A lot of times when people have hand arthritis, they also have base of the thumb arthritis. It's also called carpometacarpal joint, or the CMC joint arthritis, or basal thumb arthritis. Lots of names for it. Either way, it just plain hurts. Happens in a lot of females as they get older. I think it's mainly due to hormonal changes that make ligaments more lax. In other words, ligaments hold the bones to bones, and if ligaments get more lax, you get a little instability in the joint, you get excessive motion in the joint, okay? And that starts to wear down the cartilage excessively. And in the later stages of thumb joint arthritis, the ligaments actually kind of get shredded and they fray, and so the bone actually gets out of place, and that's why you see some people with this weird thumb deformity sticking out like that. The whole joint just collapses, all due to instability. Can you do anything about that? Yeah, actually there is things you can do about it. This book will show you. There's a muscle called your abductor pollicis longus. Basically, you can see this muscle attaches to the base of the thumb. That's going to stabilize that thumb joint so that if you get that stronger through progressive resistance, it only takes one exercise. if you strengthen that muscle, it's going to get more stability and you're going to have less of those problems as you go on. And the pain will be a lot less too. There's another muscle too called your first dorsal interossei, which also attaches along there, which is really important. But yeah, there are things you can do for arthritis. You just got to know what to do. But anyway, yeah, if you're looking for a place to get started, people like to play around with different things like this, like squeeze balls and these kind of hand things. So this is a great place to start. So definitely check it out.